Are you looking to improve your sales without resorting to pushy tactics? Welcome to Sales Made Easy, the podcast that helps you to achieve better sales results and gain long-lasting clients through relational selling. Let's get right into it. What is the good word? So the question of the day is, can we just cut to the chase? You know, make it about me. Just cut to the chase. How do you like that view? Me stepping off the screen. I think it's kind of funny. All right, so cutting to the chase. This translated means I don't want to talk about you. I don't want to know how you're feeling. I don't want to know how your business is. I want to talk about me. A man, Toby Keith. It's me. Anyway, I want to talk about me. So when we cut to the chase, I'll explain how this works. So when we say I'm going to cut to the chase, we're getting rid of the small talk. I don't have time for small talk. I am too busy. I am playing that sales is a numbers game, and I'm going to get through all the no's to get to the yeses. Because I've been taught foolishly, the more I hear the word no, the closer I am to the yes. And I'm thinking, how many yeses did you just burn through so you could hear the word no? Thinking along the same lines here? I'll give you an example. Someone on LinkedIn reaches out to me. They have a nice little pitch, it's automated, but they talk about the word collaboration. And I said, they see that I'm in sales, maybe there's an opportunity to collaborate. I'm like, I'm going to give this person a chance. I checked out their profile and they had tens of thousands of followers. I said, can't be that bad. But another little trick is I checked out the engagement on the posts and thought mediocre at best. I have a fraction of the followers and got similar results on my posts, similar interactions. So I'm thinking something wrong with this picture, but nonetheless, I'm going to meet. So the person gets on a Zoom call, nice enough person, immediately cuts to the chase. And when I hear this phrase, it's like, so what you're telling me is you don't want to ask me any questions about me or my business or my life. You just want to talk about you. That's what it translates to. So what happens with me? A huge barrier goes up like this, right? I'm thinking, no. I am not going to spend the time here because this person does not care about me or my business. Hey, Lois Baker and Lenka. So what happened? I told the person no. And then I asked a question and just said out of curiosity. And the person had a great response. And then I asked them another question about the response. And I got a great story. And I'm thinking, if you only led with that, instead of cutting to the chase, you would have had a yes in your request. The person probably is not listening, so I'm going to throw out, he was looking to be a guest on the podcast. So instead of, if he asked me a question about my podcast and said, are you interested in getting guests on? And I would have said, depends, what's your story? And then if I got a story, I would have said, yeah, my audience that appeals to my audience. But none of that came out because he led with himself. Following? I hope so. So the yes turned into a no. And I said, are you open to any advice? And I saw the smirk, right? I mean, not everyone's open to advice, but why not? It's what I do. And I said, when you said cut to the chase, this is what you were telling me. If I heard that story first, it would have been a yes. And the person laughed and said, well, I'm from a certain area and this is how we do business. I'm like, I'm from a certain area, and that's how a lot of people do business, but is also, I didn't say this, but that's also old school.
So we're in a relationship world. If you're selling a higher ticket item, you're in a relationship business. So when you don't ask about the person and you don't ask what their business is, what's going on in their business or in their personal life, or if there's any way you could be of value to them or make a referral for them, if you don't ask any of that stuff, it's all about you, and buyers see through that. So can we turn a no? Can we turn a yes into a no? Absolutely. By being all about us, being all about my product, getting through the numbers game, getting through the no's to get to the yes. That is all nonsense. We don't know the person that we're speaking to if they are a yes or a no. So by treating them as a buyer and not as a person, we're going to lose out on opportunity. I mean, I'm not saying you can't bring up your product or service, and this person was asking to be a guest on the podcast. All it would have taken was 2 minutes of research to get the name of my podcast, figure out who the audience is, because it's right in the description, and said, I think I can be a benefit to your audience if you're looking for someone with this kind of story. We following along here? A little bit of effort, even with automation, is better than zero effort and cutting to the chase. Don't pay attention. To get to the yes, you have to go through a bunch of no's, because you don't know the person in front of you could be a yes. Everybody, virtually everybody, should have the opportunity to say yes. And if we take it away from it by boorish, old school sales behavior, that's not going to help our cause. So at the end of the day, treat everyone like a human, get to know them a little bit, provide some value, ask a couple of questions about them before you start selling. Better things will happen.
Thanks for listening to Sales Made Easy. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Also, you're invited to join the Facebook group Sales Training Selling with Dignity. Serve first, the selling will follow.